I'm Sam Otten, and with me is Jason Book from houseofjb.blogspot.ca. Jason, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, anytime, Sam.
In this video, we're going to be talking about The Flash. They are currently on a 1 month break. They're coming back on March 17th, and we've just kind of wrapped up the Firestorm storyline, so we thought this would be a good time to stop and talk about how they've been doing so far. So, Jason, as you're in this break and thinking about The Flash, what sticks out to you so far about the series?
Oh, they just continue to keep impressing me. The characterization's always good. Special effects are good. Storyline's good. And except for the last couple episodes really being Firestorm centric, where it felt almost like a pilot for Firestorm, I've really been enjoying it. It's been really cool to see them bring like kind of some classic Rogues Gallery characters like Captain Cold and Heatwave there. I really enjoyed that episode. And I just, really like where the show is going. They just continue to impress me.
Yeah, and they had some boomerang going on, kind of put a
Hmm.
modern spin on the boomerang
Yeah.
too. One thing about the Firestorm storyline, I think it's to me it still kind of sticks out that that's Robbie Amell, like Arrow's brother, and
Yeah.
sometimes that draws me out of it.
Right.
But overall, I really enjoyed the Firestorm stuff, and the Firestorm effects I thought looked really good.
Hmm.
I like how they handled the fusing of those two characters together.
Yeah.
Um, it's funny for me to think now that we're like so many episodes in, like 14 episodes in. It's funny how like nervous I was originally about the special effects. I
Yeah.
remember thinking, oh man, this could easily look bad, like with the
Yeah.
Flash going around and how they're gonna do the super speed stuff where they need to show what he's doing during the super speed moments, but also have him like flashing by other people. And like those concerns are so far behind me now, it's kind of funny because these effects are pretty good. I mean, they're not quite like theater quality, but they're definitely better than a lot of stuff on TV. I mean, there's really to me some of the best effects. Stuff just looks pretty sharp and looks pretty good. They have a consistent style.
Yeah, they've done a really good job with it. For the budget they must have for a TV show, it's very impressive.
Yeah, and for not like a mainstream broadcast TV show, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But for me, aside from the effects, it is like you mentioned the characterizations that's what keeps me coming back. Is I
Yeah.
love especially the dynamics between Barry and Detective West.
Oh yeah.
Both those actors, I think, are just kind of in the zone where they kind of play off each other really well, and they can hit those emotional beats that
Hmm.
I really appreciate having added to the mix.
Totally. It gives it like a story, with something underneath it that means a lot more when you're watching it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out Iris. So I think I talked about before how like I wasn't really that fond of Iris as a character. I
Hmm.
know they're not trying to make her super likable, but I'm also kind of I don't think they're trying to make her unlikable, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out. And it looks like they're giving her like a new arc now where she's going to be investigating the Star Labs team. So I
Yeah.
guess that's nice. It'll give her some strength,
Yeah.
but it also might make her seem unlikable again because she might kind of be at odds with the Star Labs team. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with her.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of putting her towards finding out who the Flash is. It seems to be like a major, story arc for her. And if she does find out who he is, I think it'll take something away from the show.
So we're still building towards a couple things that are coming, and I'm pretty excited about both of them. One is this whole Dr. Wells kind of mystery. Like, what's he
Yeah.
really doing?
Yeah.
Sometimes he's done stuff that seems like he's protecting the Flash for some kind of future purpose, but
Hmm.
then other times he's doing stuff that clearly seems villainous and like Reverse Flash as like a traditional kind of Flash villain. So I'm really curious what they're planning for the Dr. Wells storyline. And then we're also getting some glimpses of Gorilla Grodd, which I am
Yes.
very excited about. We've
Me
seen him a
too.
little bit. We just now in the last episode heard his voice, kind of a telepathic communication thing.
Hmm.
So they're building to Gorilla Grodd, which I think is going to be great. I hope it's great.
I hope so too. I mean, you kind of have to wonder if they have him in one episode, it could work, but as like a major storyline, how's that going to work? Like, I doubt they're going to have the Gorilla City and all that kind of stuff, but maybe they'll have it like people were doing experiments on him, and that's why he's taking revenge and working with Wells. It's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, it definitely does seem like more like the single lone ape thing because
Yeah.
when they kind of hinted at his origin, yeah, it seemed like it's going to be more just like a single ape.
Hmm.
I'm just glad to have him at all because I
Yeah.
was afraid, again, like thinking back to when I was anticipating the series,
Right.
it was like beyond my wildest dreams that in season one we would already have Gorilla Grodd. I was like worried that they might not do Gorilla Grodd at all. They might just say like, No, come on, this is a legit TV show. We're not going to do the gorilla vision for the villain. So
Yeah, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
excited to have him at all.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and even just the glimpses we saw, the voice sounded good, and even though it was in the dark, it looked good too.
Yeah, so do you have any predictions on Dr. Wells? Do you want to get anything on the record for that, or you just want to wait and see and enjoy it as it comes up?
I don't know. They're really like, it seems to be from day one, they're making it like he existed to make the Flash exist, and almost like some unbreakable type of storyline where it was like he had to become the bad guy for the Flash to come into existence. So it'll
Hmm.
be cool to see what happens with all that. But I really don't know how killing his mom needed to happen. I mean, maybe he'll say that's what started him on becoming a police officer and going through this whole journey. But, that'll be interesting to see how this time travel thing is going to work with apparently him
Hmm.
being there, the crime scene as an adult, going back in time. So
Yeah.
I hope it works out well. I hope it's not some kind of weird, convoluted way to get to kind of the bottom of this storyline.
Yeah, some overtones of Flashpoint type stuff with him
Hmm.
trying to go back and save his mom.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't like was the blood on the wall under the wallpaper. This is maybe a
Yeah.
little nitpicky,
Yeah.
but when they were going and Detective West was there
Yeah.
with Cisco figuring out, recreating the night that the mom was killed.
Through the mirror.
I
Yeah.
actually was okay with like the imprint on the silver lining of the mirror or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
But then when they walk over and they just pull up wallpaper and then there's blood right there,
Yeah. A little too convenient, eh?
that took me out of it a little bit. And
Yeah.
then they didn't get past it because the next episode they're like, oh yeah, and we found this blood right there. I'm like, oh, don't remind me of the blood.
Yeah, seriously.
That was a low point of
It's
the
like,
series. But
yeah, what did they do? A rush job when they sold this house? They just like quickly put wallpaper over the blood. Like, oh, let's just flip the house.
and we've recently been pulling up wallpaper and it's not that easy as they made it look either. So
Oh, yeah. That's funny. I was just talking to my girlfriend about this today. I'll be watching a show where it's like a guy can run the speed of light, but we'll nitpick about things like this, right?
I know. Well, I think there's something to it though, right? Like it's
There
kind of
is,
like
there
okay,
is.
they established the physics of their universe
That's
and
it.
stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But then that's just
Accepted
something like
realism, eh?
there's no reason that they wouldn't wipe the blood off. There's like this person, then that person, then that person, then that person all would have wiped that blood
Yeah,
off or
no
something.
doubt. No
So
doubt. Kind of funny, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but if that's my most serious complaint in 14 episodes, I think it's actually going pretty well, and I always look forward to the show and I enjoy it a lot, just for the pure entertainment value of it.
Yeah, it's definitely kept its quality going from episode one. And unlike other shows like Gotham and Constantine and stuff where there's been dips in quality, it's really just been a solid effort from the get go.
Yeah, so all right, hopefully they finish out the season strong. I think it'll be fun to see the last few episodes if they can kind of bring a really nice crescendo to season one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.